Straight line graphs then. This question says, use the graph paper below to draw the graph of the straight line y equals 3x plus 2. We know that every sloping straight line has the form y equals mx plus c. That doesn't look like a c, does it? No, it does. Where m is the gradient, which is just the steepness of the graph, so how quickly it goes up. And this is just the y-intercept, so where it cuts the y-axis. So this means the gradient is 3 and the y-intercept is 2. So that's where it cuts the y-axis. So we know, let's have a look, oh, wrong way. If we look at our graph here on the graph paper, there we go. The gradient or the y-intercept 2 means that our graph will start at the point 2. Now I'm doing this in red pen just so you can see it. When you do this, you'll do this with a pencil and a ruler. Now the gradient of 3 means that every time we move 1 to the right, the graph will go up 3. So from 2 to 4 has obviously gone up 2. So it's going to go up another 1, which is halfway between 4 and 6, which is there. Again, 1 to the right, it'll go up 3. 1 to the right will go up 3. 1 to the right will go up 3. And then you should get a nice straight line, if I can find a ruler. Joining each of these points together, like so. So that's just using our knowledge, what we know about this general equation to help us plot the graph of the straight line. The next question, okay, I'm going to show you how to do this using a table of values. So again, it says use the graph paper below to draw a graph of the straight line y equals 10, take away 3x. Now this is exactly the same as y equals mx plus c. It's just the 10 and the minus 3x are in the other place, the other way around basically. So this is where it cuts the axes, and the minus 3 is our gradient. So every time you go 1 to the right, it's going to go down 3. So it's a negative gradient. So we're expecting our graph to go down. So we're going to use a table of values. Now, to help me decide what values for x I'm going to use, I look at the scale that it's given me. So I'm going to use the values 0, 1, 2, and 3. So my table of values, I've got x is 0, 1, 2, and 3. And I have to work out what the value of y will be when x is 0, I'll get a value. When x is 1, I'll get a value. When x is 2 and when x is 3. So the first thing we're going to do is put 0 into there. So 3 lots of x. Well, 3 times 0 would be 0. So what's 10 take away 0? That would be 10. Now we're going to put 1 in. So we got 3 times 1. So what's 3 times 1? Well, that's 3. And 10 take away 3 would be 7. Next one. We're going to put 2 in. 3 times 2 is 6. So 10 take away 6, which will give us 4. And 3 times 3 is 9. 10 take away 9 is 1. Now you should see that each of these values are going down by 3. 10 take away 3 is 7, take away 3. And that's because the gradient is minus 3. And now we plot these points. So when x is 0, y is 10. 0, 10, which is here. When x is 1, y is 7. X is 1, y is 7. When x is 2, y is 4. When x is 2, y is 4. When x is 3, y is 1, which will be here. And again, join that together with a nice straight line, and you'll do it with a pencil and a ruler.